Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Tiger Poker 10K Challenge. Starting out tonight, Sunday, April the 15th. Just got all the tables up and going. Maybe got a couple rotations on one or two. Really nothing has happened yet, so hopefully we're going to make some money during when you guys are watching. So again, tables wasn't that many available. Trying to get on a few of them, and okay, so we're in a small blind this guy, and now he bets. So we're actually going to raise him here, and if he's got the flush draw, he's going to, we're hoping he's got two pair. If he's playing king queen. I don't know. Let's see. I figured he'd raise us with either one of those. So we're betting for value there, pretty much. I really don't think he was on the dime because it was just blind versus blind. So really not much thought process. I think he might have hit one pair or something and didn't believe us. So over here, this is pretty much standard opening from the button. And these guys are setting short, so it's unfortunate. Tables I did find. Still looking over here. A bunch of tight tables, and there's one table that's only got 4 people at it, and they're only playing like 20%. So these guys are just, I guess, waiting on a fish to sit down or something. But yeah, that's about it. So nothing really crazy going on. Mentioned in the last episode, hadn't been able to post that one yet, so just kind of bring this out. We had some downtime in the last one. So the thing I'm going to be starting up now is for you guys to send in some hand histories. I'm going to probably take the first 5 I get, and you guys can email those to admin at BlueTigerPoker. And we're just going to review those during the episode when we have some downtime. And then, you guys keep sending them in. We'll just keep a log, a running total, and then we'll get to them. Hopefully, we can get to all 5 each episode. So, kind of an odd play with this guy. Small blind checks and then he bets, raises. We'll call, see what he does here. Don't really think he has an ace. He may have a 3, unfortunately. Why is he being so aggressive? We're going to call one more time, see if he shuts down the river. If he fires again, it's actually a bad card because he's playing his flush draw. Then, or it may look like we hit it. So, honestly, he's got the 3. I don't think he's going to fold. So, we'd have to pretty much bet pot. And if he was bluffing, we're going to beat that. So, are we going to get any payoff? I don't think so. So, I think our hand just has showdown value here. So we're just going to see. So he does have the 3. I don't think we're going to get him to fold that. So betting was pretty much not going to, I think, accomplish much in that hand. So, they just don't fold a lot. These people, I mean, he might have folded. I really don't have much on him. But if I noticed he was somebody who could fold, we would probably throw that flush bet out there at the end. So. And probably likely he was going to call, though. So I don't think we misplayed that. I think our hand was showdown value, and we got him to shut down on the river. So we got to see our hand as cheap as we thought we could see it. And we had position to play our hand the best percentage there. So if you had like pocket 9s or something like that, then I think he would have played that the same way where he's raising on that board thinking, oh, you'd probably raise me if you had an ace or something along those lines. So and now he's limping in a lot of pots, so we're just going to keep our eye on him, and then we're going to actually top off here too. So yeah, we're just going to keep our eye out. And by him limping in a lot of pots, it just means that let's say we bet like $40 into that pot when it was 50, or half potted, I think he's still calling too much of the time to where that's not going to be a profitable bet. And we don't have the best kickers, so if he did have the ace, which, you know, was probably unlikely because he had probably raised pre-flop, being blind versus blind, then, yeah, I don't think we played the hand poorly at all there. I mean, we could have folded on the flop when he re-raised us, because the 3 was basically one of the only hands, or if, like I said, if he had 9s and didn't believe we had any of that, then that could have been his thought there. I've seen that play many a times where they overplay their 10s, 9s, 7s, a lot of their mid pairs, to just believing that they have the best hand and are not beat at that time. But we'll continue to watch him, and then, you know, right now I still like the play we took on him. So unfortunately we weren't right, but, you know, you can't always be right on all your plays, or you guys would be the best player in the world and not playing at these stakes. So here we have a guy who hasn't really opened much here, and then we have this guy who's called a lot, so we're kind of just trying to ISO these two guys. And I expect for their calling range, this is going to hit them pretty hard. So it's a pretty wet board with the clubs out there too, and the connectivity. So wasting a continuation bet would be pretty bad there, and there's the club. So we'll kind of see how it goes. Here we might get a little bit of value out of them. We'll just kind of see. Maybe somebody's still stubborn with their 8, something like that. We'll call with their flush draw or straight draw. Flush draw you would assume, but if they had the ace of clubs or something like that, they'll probably call one more street, even though if they had the ace of clubs. We wasn't giving them value there to do so, but they still do. So at that point our hand kind of turned in a little bit of value, but, you know, if we got any heat at that time, we'd probably moved on from the hand versus these two players who've been, seems like they've been playing a lot. So if these two guys were deeper stacked, most definitely would be playing this hand right now. Because they're too shallow of a stack, I'm not. If they were both full stack, we would. We're going to get rid of the hand. And over here, this guy, I don't believe has ever, he's called a lot, but he's never open raced. So we're going to pass on our ace-10 for right now, even though we would flop 2 pair, but that's still a very draw-heavy board that we'd probably getting a lot of people. And then club draw came in, so, and there's the jack on the river. So I'm okay playing a little bit tighter range against the guy there. So, you know, his hand could have been ace queen, ace jack, ace king, his opening range. Any of those upper hands. But he's limping in. So we're going to look for some hands to isolate to him and play him where he's out of position to us. This hand I don't mind going ahead and opening. We're just going to make it a little bit smaller here against these two guys. And this would be a great hand here to play against these two guys. So we will probably take a stab at this, and we'll probably win the hand the biggest percentage of time on the flop. And with our hand and the kicker we had, it just, we wasn't in position to take heat. So we'd rather just go ahead and take that down pre-flop. I mean on the flop, and then here I always like raising these hands, especially, and if we do get called and we spike the set, we're probably going to get paid off pretty large in this. So we have limp, so we got another guy probably set mining over here. So any ace that comes out board like this is probably a good board for us. And, you know, if he's playing like pocket 8s, pocket 6s, he's probably going to give up at that time. He did call one in there. I don't think he has an ace. I don't think he would have limped an ace and then called unless it was a suited, so we're going to continue again at that time, just put pressure on him. Sometimes they'll still call another bet on the flop with their pocket eights and stuff like that. Just think they're going to hit, but it's basically not a smart play. It's a negative EV play to do so. So let's see. We got blind versus blind, and he checked. So we're actually going to take a stab at this. Our queen high might be best here most of the time. And very hard for him to continue with anything under cards at that point. So my daughter's birthday was on Friday, but we've been kind of celebrating it for the whole week, and today is the last day. We've actually when we were on vacation, we had celebrations with my wife's family, and we got back, we did it with my family today. So today was a very fun day. Been up very early, getting the outside prepared for it, and doing the grilling and all that, and then, you know, it was a very fun day. Enjoyed it, but it's very tiresome too. So yeah, if you ever got a kid, you understand how important birthdays are to them. So yeah, this guy here, as you can see, you know, when he races, he's going to have a strong range. He's just calling. It's a weak range. So, you know, hands just like player one played just up there. He's kings. We're definitely going to be going and trying to get the most value out of them. If you don't ever bet a street with those type of hands against him, then you're just leaving value on the table there. Same thing with this guy. Even though the ace is out there, I like trying to get value out of him. He might fold, but he could be stubborn with a mid pair or something along those lines. But he wasn't. But, well, we'll still try to get value because they still will call a lot of times in those spots. So it looks like I'm over here looking. There's a lot of heads up tables. There's a lot of guys setting heads up tables. There's a lot of that open up, and there's one other table on $1. It actually looks very tempting. Let's see if we can actually get it pulled in. Let's see if the seat's still available. They got 71% seeing the flop here, so it's a very crazy high percentage of the flop. And what in the world have we got going on here? So here's our kings that we've been asking for, and these tables got all jumbled up on it here. So we're going to post a big blind, and we got raised by the guy up here to 7. And again, I don't know why we can't really think, you know, he's got one hand he beats us with right now, and we just can't play that too scared from him. And up here, we just wanted to call, ran here at the table, wait and see what 77% guy does. So here we actually going to bet a little bit, and I think we're going to check, and if there's no, we're just going to call, and if there's no flop higher, and then there's our ace right off the bat. So we don't have a heart. He bets $3, so we're going to raise him just to see what he does. If he shoves, he calls, there's another heart. We're going to half pot, so either he folds here or he shoves all in. If he does, then we're going to definitely just fold the hand at this time. So I don't think he actually has an ace. If he does, he has the set. He might have queens at that point. So I think I might put him on queens. We're going to throw one more bet out at this guy. timed out on our jack hand down here, which probably wouldn't have been a bad thing, I guess. Seeing how the hand went down. So there's our guy shoves. Laugh out loud for that. So what this means, he either got a set of kings or he's got queen jack. And odds are he's got queen jack because he just basically flatted. He flatted again, and now he shoves river. So queen jack's the only hand he's got that beats us. And of course we don't have anything but a pair of fives. So he thinks he played a smart play, but we were just trying to get him to fold there on the river. And we'll just say queen jack, and then that's kind of the thing there. So let's see what we got going on down here. So we got a guy, we're going to actually continue with the king here. Not a bad card. He doesn't have a 10. I don't think he's actually going to call. And then we made two pair, but the 9's on the board, so we really can just check here, and we're probably going to win that pot. And we just lied to the guy saying we had ace king. We were just like playing. Sometimes these people, they like to brag, so you know, if he did say, oh yeah, queen jack, but he says, what did you fold? So pretty much going to say a hand that would, you know, pretty much say we're going to bet 3 streets of that. So here's a king on the board. It's a good little card for us down here. We're going to bet, and then we're just going to reload up here on this table. So we got called by a guy who's not aggressive. And he called again. So I would assume now with the king and the 4 things on the board, he's going to pretty much do that. And he basically does not want to give up his pocket 10s at that time. So I don't know if a third bet there is going to win. He just looks like somebody who's calling us down. I don't think he's ever raised a hand so far that I can recall. So, yeah, oh well, didn't work out. But I think double barreling there on that is a good thing. And then with 4 coming, which gives him a full house too, I think he's just not going to get so stubborn that he's not giving it up on the river too. So pretty standard up there with the ace 3. So we are getting some action tonight, so it's we're actually being able to talk to hands. I don't know if it's because we opened up the 4th table or not, but yeah, they're definitely giving us action everywhere. Things are not kind of working out to our favor. I think right now we might be down like $30 or so. Can check that in just a second. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 60. So yeah, we're down about $40. So I guess we'll take that as our luck's been having us. We've been applying the pressure, and one of these times we are going to hit. So you know, the good thing would have been in that hand were up here is if the queen of spades would have came out, and I think he would have still made his same play where he shoved the river. I'm not really thinking about the flush draw. I think he would have missed it. I think he would have got blinded by his own hand at that point. This guy's been playing a lot, and he's kind of has a bigger opening range. So I think our hand's fine right here. Do we just, yeah, sorry, this was a mistake raise up here. I don't even know why. And then we got a guy who's never played a hand. He sits down and makes it 13. So, good for him, I guess. So his first hand, I mean, he had to, like, either he's a dumbass or, you know, he actually had a hand his first hand, which for some reason I do see that a lot when on this site, was people sit down and they actually get a monster right off the bat sometimes. So, doesn't happen to me often, but there's a lot of times that I do see that. So we got 58% guy who made it $1. We did get, unfortunately, with our crappy bet, we did get him to bet. And does he don't bet? I think he does don't bet. We're going to min raise him again. So we're going to find out right now with our silly min raise if he had a true hand or not, and he did not. So he does dunk bet into you, which is very funny. God, $4. Terrible. Why can't you guys actually raise? The sad part is the odds we were getting, unfortunately, doesn't have a big stack, but just to see the flop and the percentage of the pot, we're basically putting $4 in to win 15. So it was kind of crazy. I mean, the guy has a big hand, so we would either had to hit the flush pretty hard or, you know, flop some kind of two pair. I would even took a pair there, but I hate it when they don't give you pricing. They price you in for such a ridiculous small amount of money they have. So, and let's see if he does it twice in a row. All right, well, we'll move on over here to the, well, he got folded around to us. That's kind of fun. But what we'll do is move down to the A6 hand and kind of go over that. Here we're on the blind, and some funky stuff going on with our software right now. So, and up here we checked. We have the 1 heart out there. I like our value. We have the 10 8, so we will call one bet, especially $3, unless this other guy makes it crazy. Man, we are just, our spots we're getting into, the 56%, playing 50%, and then a guy calls, so 30-some%. It's going to be interesting, these two hands. Basically, every time again, it's a chance against 3. Jesus Christ. Just crazy. So here, yes, we're going to call that, and then, because we had a backdoor flush draw and a backdoor other draw, so, and this is a guy who was playing a lot of pressure earlier against us. So, unfortunately, if he had his queen jack hand, he actually just hit it, so he's got us out kicked. Let's see if he gives us enough pricing. And he does not, and he mucks. So it'd be interesting to see what his hand was. And we just got timed out down here on this bottom table. So I wish this crappy software would stop doing all this crap. So So we have 8s shoved in against 7s. I mean, man, why can't we get into some of this? Guarantee you when we get something like that, they're not shoving on us. It's funny how that works sometimes. You're like, oh man, this is juicy. This is way juicy. So let's go back and see what that guy had. So let's see. What hand was that? Is that one? So he had pocket 7s, ladies and gentlemen, for that hand. We're gonna let that one go. I think this guy's making a play just from the button. Definitely a hand that we would 3-bet. We're not calling with that hand, but it would be a hand that we would 3-bet in that position. So I think I like our seat. We got the loose guys down here, it seems like, and a little bit of a tighter guy here, and then us. So might fill in some difference up in that area. But then their bet sizing is just very poor, so they're going to be pricing us in the majority of the time. All right, let's get some hands here. So we got about 6 minutes, 10 minutes, somewhere in that area. So I'm hoping we pick up some hands so we can start smashing this thing. I think it's been a while since I've actually showed a big score to you guys. Been a little bit nickel and diamond here and there. When I had the video turned off, I've been able to get some scores in there, but just in the 30 minutes, I've not had a big score yet. So for you guys, probably in a few weeks now, probably 3 or 4 weeks. So we're hoping to get one just to show you guys some thought process of getting the stacks in there, making the right pricing and all that. And here we're just trying to pick up his blind, pretty much. And if he calls, it's still a playable hand at that point. I think our post-flop game is a lot better than his game, so not too worried if it did miss us. Hey, see that good old min raise with his aces. It's sad he actually got money from the guy. I don't know why people do that. You know. Let's see, what do we want to do here? We got a limp guy in the blinds, so see what we can muster up in this hand up here. And if our player 5 here kind of gets a little crazy on us and makes another play, which he did not, I was fixed to say we're just going to flat because of our positioning on him this time and see how the hand plays out from there. So we got an ace. God, have bigger freaking stack sizes, people. I don't think there is the hard draw, but we're just, and look at that, we would have flopped it on it. So terrible, freaking terrible, people. And then the 4 guys shoving in on him. I mean, well, at least the guy's got $40 now, so if the play comes back up. And then here, you know, Estin, now the 5, several draws. I don't know, we could bet, but you can argue both ways. I think we're going to just go for showdown value at this point. We have the loose and crazy guy. There's that. So we're actually going to get out of the hand. I guess there is a 5 present. What in the world is this? How did we get in this spot up here? Is it just blind versus blind? Wow. Mark went up for not paying attention there. So Alright guys, well, I guess that's about it for this episode of the 10K Challenge. Again, if you guys got some hand histories you maybe got some questions on and want some free reviews, send them in at admin@BlueTigerPoker.com and we'll start getting some of those put into some of the dead spots in these episodes. And then, yeah, that's about it guys. So until next time, good luck at the tables.